Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. We are continuing our journey from the last episode, where we have started to explore the new areas of ProMods 2.40 here in northeast Poland. And now we are going to make our way past the Polish border into Lithuania, just for a bit, just for this junction. And then we will cross into Russia. So we'll get an experience of the border checkpoint. We'll go and explore the new city of Gusev in ProMods 2.40 and make our way north towards, how do you pronounce it? Sialuliaya. That's the best I can offer. Alright, let's get started. I'm still doing pre-recordings. I'm actually recording this right after the previous one. But I hope you guys did a proper hashtag comment as we discussed in the last episode, okay? And I'll be waiting for them. Oh, look at that beautiful sky, guys. Natural Lux for the win. And for those who don't know it yet, Natural Lux is the new name of Foggy Weather. So it had a rebrand, so it's not confusing anymore, because a lot of people are getting misled. What the heck is Foggy Weather? And why do you keep saying it when you're talking about something like a sky? So for those who have heard it for the first time, Foggy Weather is no more. It's now Natural Lux. And Natural Lux is responsible for adding skyboxes, changing lighting effects, like you see this. It doesn't happen. But the fade in and fade out of the headlights, the lens, the light flares, the particles, like when it's raining, the particles that are coming from the water from the tires. When you're passing through like a sand road, how do you say? Dirt road, the soil, the dirt that is being scooped up by the tires. Yeah, those particles have all been modified in Natural Lux, and so yeah, most of the visual things have been changed. Now it does not include textures mostly, so the road textures remain whatever you put it, and I like to combine it normally. Maybe that's not the ideal way of implementing it though. But yeah, Natural Lux is still in closed beta, and it will be released around a month after DirectX 11 is implemented for ETS2. Some people are saying DirectX 11 will be implemented as early as 1.35. I'm a bit skeptical about that, but we'll see. Maybe by the time you're watching this, maybe by the time this video is released, 1.35 is out, or at least we know which elements, which updates are going to be part of it. But so far, as I'm recording this, because I'm doing pre-recording, there has been no news of the sort at the moment. What has been there though, which I would like to talk about as well, is the new trailer teaser for ETS2. There are so many new trailers that will be coming. Doubles will now be allowed in Germany and in Netherlands, so that's cool. Logging trailers of different kinds are coming, and the Schwarzmüller trailer is now going to be ownable, finally. Oh, rip sign. Rip sign. Very nice. Very nice place, this one. Oh, don't get red light, thank you. That guy was looking at me very bad. Like he was an undercover cop or something. He's trying to give me a ticket. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Actually, let's take a photo there. I wanted to have a sign in there Actually, that might be pretty good, huh? Should do more photos like that, showing the sign like this. And now also a bit of the sunset beauty, like so. Make it a bit wider. Just a bit narrower. There we go. Beautiful. Now we are crossing the border, looks like. Poland to Lithuania, supposedly. The flag is... that's the sign. Lietuvos Respublika. Is that how you, if that's how you read it? I'm just going to follow this guy. Herd mentality. Because I'm thinking this is the way to for the trucks, but apparently maybe he's just taking a break. And he's going through the gutter, through the curb. Ooh, lots of garbage in here. Looks like some truckers are pretty messy. No, they did not clean up after themselves. There we go. You have crossed the border and I'm just looking for the flag. Clumsy trucker incoming. One sec. Interesting. I don't see the flag at all. Okay. Okay, try to read that. User charge on roads. Try to read that. A good thing there's an English version for below. User charge on roads, A1 and A20 for goods vehicle and buses. That's us. Okay, so we have to go through the toll probably. Is that what that means? Lithuania, 90 speed limit on highways. But I'm not sure if that applies for us as well. What is this place now? So actually, we should be entering, and I'm not sure which is which anymore, Baltic DLC country. Because Lithuania was released officially as part of the Baltic DLC. But now with ProMods 2.40 and the Baltic DLC merge, I'm not really sure which is which. But either way, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. So we're all good. Vilnius to the right. For us, we are turning left here. And crossing towards Russia. We'll be passing through a border and maybe we can sleep there. I don't know if there's a rest area there. Maybe we should have done that a while ago. Wait a minute, ETA is 10 hours. We'll be late if I sleep actually. But I think it's better to be late than plow through it and make it in time but not do sightseeing in the process. Yeah. So I think we will sleep. We will just incur the additional expense, the deductions of being late. And we will enjoy the sightseeing more. So let's look for a rest area and yeah, let's rest for the night. In the meantime, maybe I can continue with my Q&A. Up. Wrong lane. Let's see. Right, from Grace. Which language do you use to talk with Mrs. Clumsy and other family members? So my native language is Filipino, or Tagalog, as some of you guys might know it. Oh, bus stop. Do you guys remember the bus stop from the previous episode? Hashtag bus stop of doom. I'm not sure if that's the same one here. That looks more tame. Anyway, yes, so Filipino is my native language. So if you guys are familiar, I actually have a very strong Filipino accent. So this is how Filipinos sound like normally. Yeah, some people have more of an American accent, but that's more like they train themselves to remove their normal accent and replace it with an American one. Because that's pretty much an in thing for Filipinos, although I'm not personally a fan. I'm very proud of my accent, you know. If people from other countries can be proud of their accent, then why can I not be? But yeah, some Filipinos don't feel the same. They're quite ashamed of how they sound. For me, as long as you pronounce the words correctly, as long as you get your message across, it doesn't matter what your accent is. It's actually a highlight, a thing that differentiates you from the other people. It showcases diversity. Yes, so I'm very proud of that. But yeah, I talk with them in Filipino. This is the border. Okay. Lithuania and Russia border. Okay. And looks like we will be in for a bit of a wait here. Quite a line building up in here, even at night. Looks like some people had the same thought. Some truckers were thinking the same thing. But it shouldn't be that bad. This is the real border checkpoint though. And I think in the Baltic DLC it was here already, this part. Whenever you cross... actually, I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can help me out. If we look at the map here, I'm sure Kaliningrad is part of the Baltic DLC. Gusev is part of ProMods. But this checkpoint, is this Baltic DLC or is this ProMods? You guys let me know, okay? That would be interesting to know. That one is Baltic DLC, I'm guessing. But yeah, the merge is really well done because it's getting more and more challenging to distinguish which came from where. And I always keep saying that's ultimately the point. But I'm just really curious. So yeah, for those of you guys who are not familiar with the Baltic DLC, that is the latest DLC that SCS has released, and with that DLC they implemented this border checkpoint thing where you actually have to stop and wait a couple of minutes, not really minutes, just seconds in our case. So we stopped the truck. Actually, my engine actually died, so there you go. Stop it. Start the border check. I'm not sure if I should stay inside or if I can go out and stretch my legs. We'll wait a bit. Let's go inside and wait here. There we go. Everything is in order. Have a nice journey. And that's a very nice thing. You know, it's such a small thing like that, but it adds to the immersion. Makes you really feel that you're crossing countries. Because we are stepping out of the EU now and heading into Russia. Now this time it's really Russia. It's not RS anymore. It's not Serbia. My bad. What is that? Kibartai. Cars, trucks. Okay, stay on the right. And then yeah, I think it's the perfect time to sleep as it's dusk. Russian Federation. Not familiar with the flag. Or with the, how do you call it, the sigil? There we go, I see somewhere you could sleep. Actually, I think we're right in the middle of the borders. Yeah, we have one other border checkpoint in there. This time, the other one is probably leaving Lithuania. This one is now entering Russia. So before we enter, let's take some rest here. I'll catch you guys in the morning, okay? Can I stay here? Let's align ourselves. Let's not be a pain for the others. Something like that. That looks good. Right, guys. Catch you in the morning. And yes, we will be late, but sightseeing first, job second. After all, don't really need the money, do we? Yeah, we're late already. That's fine. That's fine. Chill. We'll just be hearing the Nokia ringtone for quite some time. There we go. Ooh, Stobart. That's actually a different trailer. Quite interesting. Has a ramp there and everything. Pretty cool. Only thing is, they kind of beat us to the line. Oh, but we have another line in here. No problem. And looks like things are going pretty fast. No, not as fast as I would have hoped. Okay, let's stay here. This works as well anyway, right? Supposedly. Alright. I wonder if I can just wait here. Yeah, I don't really need to turn off my engine. Although in reality, I'm not sure if what is done, how this process works. Good. Okay. Let us proceed. And now we are officially in Russia. We'll take a look at Gusev. And I've been told Gusev is like... It's been in ProMods before, but they call it more like a scenic town or scenery town. Something like that. So probably one of those towns that you pass by, but you don't... It's not actually a town in the game. Like not technically a part of the game as a town. Maybe only there are signs in there or something. But that's good. Look at that. Speed limit is 100. We are definitely in Russia now. Which reminds me of Rust map. And also the parked cars. Actually, these are not parked cars. These are waiting to turn left. Clumsy trucking even reaches these parts. We're even more famous than Eddie Stobart. Look at that. The problem is... And actually, they turning for those trucks, they're pretty good. Huh? They do a much better job at turning than I do. Good. Alright. Next question. Does Mrs. Clumsy ever watch your videos? Kinda-ish. Not so much. She doesn't watch it like from end to end because she's not really into trucks or planes or trains. So not really very into simulation. But she does watch them from time to time and join the stream from time to time. So you guys better behave yourselves. Next, which is your favorite and hated vegetable and fruit? Favorite fruit is banana. Because it's so hassle-free. It's so easy to eat. Very healthy. You can eat it for working out. It provides you like a full meal already. Not really full meal, but you know, it's like fills you up. It tastes very well. No question, that is my favorite fruit. Favorite vegetable? Not really sure. Maybe cilantro. That is a vegetable, technically, right? I think I talked about that a bit already. How do I turn left here? Wait a minute. Do I just turn left there? Interesting intersection. Looks very dangerous. Looks like we have right of way, but not if we are turning, I guess. Here we are. This is Gusev, guys. How the heck did that turn into Gusev? Serial characters are beyond me. Some very unique trees in here. I like it though. These houses, I was not actually expecting it to be this, how do you say, this filled, this developed, people walking on the streets and all that stuff. It's actually pretty good. Let's see. And of course, because there's a bridge, you have to take a photo, right? It's practically a given. And yeah, that is Gusev. I'm not sure what I expected, but this is actually pretty cool looking. Let's make that wider. Get more of the view. Look at that. Not bad at all, right? Very nicely done. Good job. Whoever did this place. I would like to, like how this looks. This is somewhere I'd like to take a vacation in. It looks so calm. Man. Yeah. I will take that. Thank you very much. Good. Railroad crossing. I remember in Russia you have some very interesting rules about railroad crossing. Like you have to stop, look left, right, hazards, beep, jump down, make a dance, wave your hands, and then cross. Not really, but I remember there's a specific like process you have to do whenever you're crossing railroads. Recruitment agency, can we turn around using that one? Even the recruitment agency looks different. Very nicely done this town. Next level mapping, definitely. Let's make our way left here. Okay, ringtone hype. Okay, good. But yeah, if this is the level of the towns and cities that we will be getting from here on out, actually a happy bunny. And look at that. That is so calming. I actually did not expect this. I was expecting more of like a Rust map kind of deal, like a more raw town. Yeah, but this one is actually pretty cool. Even has some of those. Are those Russian vans or something? Kinda looks like it, huh? Man, I enjoyed that town. Gusev. We don't have right of way. We don't have right of way. Oh, okay, but maybe they're more scared of us than we are of them, so we have right of way. Good. So yeah, favorite vegetable? Cilantro, Chinese parsley, coriander. They're all the same thing, just different names. That puts in such a very nice flavor to everything. Hated one though. Pretty sure I hate any vegetable or fruit. Let me think. Maybe in terms of preparation, cauliflower. I like cauliflower. I like eating cauliflower. I hate preparing it because it's so messy, and you definitely you have to clean up afterwards. You cannot avoid not cleaning up because it disintegrates into particles, especially if you're trying to process it or grind it or however you call it. Very messy. Like if you're trying to make cauliflower rice or something like that, it gets very messy. Aside from that, fruit. What is a fruit I hate? Yeah, as you might have noticed, I'm not very picky when it comes to eating. Actually, kind of like eating almost everything. But I mean, maybe in terms of preps again. No, not really. Fruits, it's kind of hard to decide. Maybe pineapples. Actually, I love pineapples, but I don't have a clue how to like prepare it. If it's like with everything, the shell and everything, however you call it. Like I wouldn't know where to start slicing. But if you serve it in front of me, sliced and everything, I would eat it definitely. I love it. But if I were to like buy it from the grocery in its pure form, so to speak, I would probably not do so because it's such a hassle. Bye, Mrs. Clumsy. That's Mrs. Clumsy leaving. Yeah, I had to record a bit earlier today because I have to catch up on videos. So usually I record only after she goes. But yeah, this time we need a lot more time to catch up. Man, this is beautiful, isn't it? This is Baltic DLC level, I would put it. Like the latest, how do you say, mapping techniques, textures, and all that stuff that they came up with in Baltic DLC. It's here. So this is either really part of the Baltic DLC or ProMods has nailed it and actually done something with the same level of detail and same vibe, so to speak. Either way, we win. And that's the important thing. It's a very nice car. I don't see that often. Like a classic car right there. Can you go? Thank you. You guys are so kind. Try reading that one. Hema. Oh, really? I doubt it. Is it really that easy? Is that Cyrillic even? Didn't seem like it. Did we cross the border already? No, that's impossible. If we crossed the border, we should have passed through the stopping borders, the full stop borders. I don't think we have. This place though, very nice. What is this? One sec, let me look at the map. This is not familiar to me. Maybe this is also ProMods area, this part here? Maybe. I don't remember this part, but maybe that's just my memory. Anyway, it really looks good. That's the bottom line. So thank you SES and or ProMods. Yeah, so we passed that by, so I'm guessing Gusev was something like that before. Like it was not really a town, like you cannot see it in the map, but you can see some signs that you're entering a town. So it's probably like a scenery town or something they call it. So you can't really pick up any jobs from it or whatnot. Sovetsk. Where's that guy going? Oh, okay. It's just making a wide turn. Hey bro. Or sis. Border crossing. Alright. Love that blinker sound. Right, let's wait for that, and in the meantime I will answer some more questions from Grace. Which is the worst electronics company you have ever used in your opinion? Worst electronics company. Probably not company itself, but maybe I can start thinking about which gadget I hated the most. It's actually hard, because usually I really like the gadgets I buy, But yeah, for sure there probably is something that I've tried before that I didn't really like. Okay, this one for sure is SCS. I remember this bit, this border. I just don't remember that side where we came from, because I always turn right from here. But in any case, that's cool. So Baltic DLC merge. Before with ProMods, I don't think you can do this, because it will override the Baltic areas. Now you can actually travel everywhere. It's awesome. Alright, one more border checkpoint, this time from the Lithuania side, right? Supposedly. No one's here though, okay. So we do have a fellow Clumsy trucker there. Where's the electronics company? Okay, I'm trying to think of a gadget that I did not have a use for. Wait a minute, I'm going super slow here. Actually coming up blank. Yeah, questions like this, which make me tap into my goldfish memory, is a bit difficult for me. Hard to pick up stuff from the compressed files. The compressed memory. Let me see, what other gadgets have I had? Phones? Did I hate any phone I had? Not in particular. Yeah, it's going to be challenging. Cannot think of anything actually. Maybe you can rephrase and yeah, I think I need a more detailed question. It's a bit too general, so it's hard for me to recall anything along those lines. So I'll have to skip that unfortunately. Next one, which hygienic habit do you not follow? Taking a bath? No, I cannot afford not to take a bath, especially here in Singapore. Super hot. I need to take a bath every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice, in some cases 3 times. But which one do I not follow? I'm not sure. Maybe flossing. I'm so lazy at flossing. I actually bought this water flosser. But yeah, I guess my dental hygiene is not the best. I have to... It's been a while since I had my checkup, you know. And I'm very lazy about it. And I know it's bad, but dental clinics here in Singapore are very expensive, and normally we kind of like do that whenever we're in the Philippines because it's much cheaper there. But then when we're in the Philippines, it's time is very much a constraint, so we cannot really include it in the agenda. So we end up not going at all. Yeah, it needs to be more though. It needs to be more. What is happening with this guy? It's going to rain again. We'll have to quote unquote wait for it again to calm down if that happens. But I guess in this case we can actually live with the rain because probably it's something, this area is Baltic DLC already. So it's not that new. Well, at least not from ProMods 2.40. But then again, we never know. There might be some things here and there that get squeezed in. So maybe we should check it out. 80 speed limit here, but we are approaching a town, so I think I'll slow down here. There we go. Perfect timing. Like a boss. Next question. What type of situations make you cringe bad? This is from Jay now. Thank you for the questions, Grace. This next one is from Jay. Cringe bad. cringy. Nowadays, I'm a bit allergic to like super mushy stuff on TV. Like I know I like the emotional stuff, like I mentioned, like Gilmore Girls. Like yeah, it's like a chick flick. You can classify it as a chick flick, but it's actually not the normal chick flick because it's focused more on family. What makes me cringe more is the kind of like teenager love hormones, so to speak, like the mushy coats and the mushy lines. That makes me cringe a bit. Yeah, I'm way past that now. I think I'm too old for the cringy, for the mushy moments like that. That's just my age starting to take into effect. Clumsy trucker. And yeah, so that's one of those things. Another one is probably whenever I like watch my videos, and whenever I like, if I watch my old videos, I probably will cringe a lot. Like before, I remember whenever I hear my voice, I would cringe because I'm not used to it. But now I've gotten used to it with all the reviewing I've done. So I pretty much, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a content creator, you pretty much get used to your voice. So there's no other way around it. So that's cool now, but whenever I watch my old videos, I still kind of cringe. Because whenever I don't know, maybe I didn't do something right, maybe I screwed something up, maybe I did something not as good. But yeah, I guess that's a good sign, because if I cringe, that means I feel like I've grown much better compared to before. And when I stop cringing, maybe that means I've stopped growing. I don't know. That's one way of looking at it, at least. This is a very nice view, huh? This is like countryside, but still pretty much a full-fledged highway. Perfect. Nice mix. Speed limit is still 80 though, so let's not exceed that. Next question. What's your worst customer service story? Either as the customer or as the employee. Yeah, and he has a note there. He knows that he will need to trigger my goldfish memory. Oh my goodness. Worst customer service story. I just remember there's not a like a particular time. Oh my, this view looks beautiful with the skyline there in the distance. Oh, we're here already. Baltic tourist achievement, nice. How do you even read that? Sialuai. Probably not. More than likely not. Okay, yeah. Worst customer service story. There is no particular one, but in general, before at least, customer service in Manila was not the best. Like, the people were kind. It was not that. It's not being rude, but there were many. I guess it's because of the volume. You know, the volume of people calling up, and not as many people supporting. So the customer service staff get swamped, and whenever you're swamped, you get stressed, and when you get stressed, you don't do a good job, and that's like the effect, essentially. Couple that with like very impractical processes, like you have to go through step 1, 2, 3, when if you think about it practically speaking, you just, why would you even need to do that? And yes, so many impractical stuff. And so, like, a couple of, like, I would say incompetent people, but maybe they're not incompetent, to be fair. They're just swamped. So they're not familiar with their product. They're not familiar with the process, and you have to, like, orient them. But I've had a lot of headaches having to call customer service in Manila. It's a bit of a, like, whenever I have to call them up, I would need to prepare myself already for some headache because it's almost guaranteed. At least that was like a few years back. Now I think it's getting better. The recent experiences I had are much better, so I think they're stepping it up. It was probably, I don't know, people getting used to the customer service industry. So it was a bit painful. And because I'm here living in Singapore, I would have to call like even internationally, right? So I cannot really spend so much time. Like I cannot spend forever just waiting. But then again, sometimes they're a bit lax, they're a bit chill, so you have to wait a while, and yeah, it just couples all together. So it's not a great experience at all. In Singapore, I get a very streamlined process, a very streamlined customer service. Now they're not the best in terms of friendliness. They won't be so friendly with you, but they are super efficient in general. Like, okay, what help do you need with? Here's how we can help you, and I'll do that for you. And it's done. And it's done as fast as possible. Like, you probably did not enjoy the experience so much. Like, it's not like you befriended someone, but then again, you didn't call to make friends. You called to get something solved, and that's what they do. So it's perfect. Yeah, the only thing is, in Singapore though, the customer service is not usually 24/7. So usually customer service is only like normal working hours. That's the good thing in Manila, because people are pretty much used to like 24/7 service, like, oh man, round the clock service. So it's actually normal to have the call centers available 24/7. In Singapore, most of the call centers are only open during the official office hours. It's a bit more tricky. Oh, that's a bit far, but I think we can manage it. That's a bit off. Let's adjust and not force it. And maybe I can raise some of my axles just to get rid of that steerable axle factor. Let's raise those two. Bouncy trailer. Are those raised or not? Let's test it. Did I have them raised this entire time? Okay, my bad. Yeah, I think I did. My bad. Alright, fine. Yeah, they're quite difficult to tell apart from this angle. Although now that I know it, yeah, it's easy to see. They are kind of lifted. Barely so, but still lifted. Okay, let's park this. I'm right here outside, bro. Stop calling. And this is not an urgent delivery, so the penalty should be minimal. I do like sightseeing, so I don't like taking urgent deliveries. There we go. And now I have to take a break from recording because my voice is getting hoarse. Let's load that thing. 805 kilometers, 32 hours, not bad. And we were late 7 hours, rip. But that still was enough to level us up. Thank you. Awesome. Beautiful. Alright, so that's one more episode done, guys. We are finished with Poland. Most of the new stuff there. Well, maybe not most, but many of the new stuff there. And the new stuff in Russia. Next episode, probably we'll check into the UK. Yeah, I am really interested in that horse market thing. So please don't forget, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button here, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the notification so you get a bell. You get a notification whenever I release a new video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next episode, okay? And see you in the UK. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking.